before, this is not affiliated with any political party. Okay, this is about everybody. So our next two speakers will be speaking one after the other. Now we have reached a consensus that they cannot really announce anything. Okay, I think everybody knows what that means if you voted on it. Okay, and our next speaker is Bill Faison. Yeah. And he's going to be, and I know a lot of people had a lot of controversy over this, but he is going to be calling the mayor right now to help us continue this protest a little bit longer.
Yeah. You know, folks, you're here, I believe, expressing a feeling that things are not right within the economy.
A lot more than the economy.
And I want you to know that you are right, and you're right on the factual basis. Let me give you a few of those. Right here? Better? Okay. I want to give you a few facts that I think are helping motivate you being here today. For those folks who don't know them, did you realize that in North Carolina we have unemployment of 10.4%? Yeah. This is greater than in the nation, which is at 9.1. Did you know that between July and August, more than 13,600 people lost their jobs? Yeah. Did you know that now there are 468,000 plus people in this state out of work? Yeah. Did you know that when the recession started, it took 16 weeks to get a job if you lost it? Did you know that when the recession ended, if you believe it's ended, it then took 24 weeks to get a job? Do you know that today it takes 40 weeks to get a job, the longest time in the last 60 years? And did you know that if you can find work, you're going to take a 17.5% cut in pay? Now, there are 35 other members of the legislature who've joined with me in a jobs plan that has three components: to put people back to work right away, to put people back to work on a longer-term basis, and to change our tax structure into something that is smarter in order to put people back to work long-term. If you want to see it, go to billfaison.com, and you can find it there. Additionally, on November the 7th, the legislature will come back into session. At 10 o'clock in the morning, on Monday, November the 7th, there will be a meeting to look at the jobs issue. You are all invited. Hope you will come over.
How can we trust you?
Working together, using practical, common sense approaches, we can fix this economy. Yeah. And that's what I believe you're here to do, is to fix things. I want you to know that 35 of my colleagues and I are right with you trying to fix them as well.
Yeah! Who's money? Yes! Who's money?
Now somebody,
Pockets look pretty full.
from one corporations to another. All right, somebody asked me earlier today about staying on the Capitol grounds. And what I told them was that one of the strengths of this movement is that it has done what it's done legally and within the law. And in fact, I was talking to a gentleman who was down in Charlotte at the Occupiers Charlotte movement. He and I were both there, and I heard the organizers there, the organizers here, have said that everything needs to be done according to the law and be done in a legal fashion. That is where our strength comes from. Someone else today approached me and said, how about calling the mayor of Raleigh to get an extension on the permit that runs out at 3? Yeah. Well, folks, the mayor of Raleigh's got nothing to do with this. We're on the Capitol grounds. This is controlled by the state. The governor. Okay, I got it. And for those of you who came here, folks are saying, call the governor. Well, folks, the governor is in China. The next person in line, and the one who really controls this, is the Secretary of Administration. Now, do you know what his name is? No. Well, let me tell you. It's Moses Carey. Now, Moses Carey is formerly a county commissioner in the county where I live. So I know him. And not only do I know him, but I have his cell phone. So, if it's okay with you, I'm going to call him.
Can we have that number two?
And we do have another representative. I'm not saying any parties because we're not affiliated with parties. Please remember that we are letting some people speak just as people. But is Jeffrey Hurlburt here?
He's over there.
Did he get kidnapped?
He's over there.
Okay, so I'm going to be standing in his place, I guess. I'm not legally or freshly trained for this, but I'll be standing to represent him.
Kelly, Mike check.
Mike, check! Oh, there you are. You need to come here.
Ready.
I'm not ready.
Can you just come stand up here? Can you come stand to show your solidarity?
Everybody else
Everybody else
gets a chance to speak.
gets a chance to speak.
My message
My message
is just as important as everybody else. So let them go first.
All right, Jeffrey, can we just have you stand in solidarity, though? Could you do that for us to show that this is not a party? Okay, this is not one party or the other. Okay, this is very important. We have to work together. All right, so there you go. You got it. Mr. Faison, did you make the call? You made the call?
There you go. Solidarity.
I called Moses Carey. I got voicemail. I told him what you wanted is you wanted to stay here longer. I asked him to call me back, and I asked him to do what he could to accommodate you. If I get a call back, I've got text message connection to Stacy, who's here. And if I hear back from him, I will call Stacy and let her know. If I don't hear back from him in an hour, I'll call him again.
We are going to attempt something we've never done before. Let's hug it out.